Several critical keys need to be identified in Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, in order to see this verse from John the Revelator's perspective and to grasp the exact meaning of 666. First of all, John is referring to two different persons in this verse. This is a major key to recognize. Most of today's popular but blind prophecy preachers don't understand this, and they come up with all sorts of errors, including teaching that 666 is the mark of the beast, when in fact 666 has absolutely nothing to do with the mark of the beast. So this is a crucial point that two persons are being referenced to in Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. A second key is that the first half of the verse starts out by still referring to the future false prophet, which John is already addressing in the prior 7 verses. The verse starts out saying, "Here is wisdom," meaning God's wisdom, and then states, "Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the future false prophet beast," which is not a mathematical calculation here, but an application. Then, suddenly at this point, in the middle of the verse, John brings a whole second topic into focus for the rest of the verse, saying that the number is, meaning it exists right then and during John's own era. This is a significant key to recognize. That little word "is" suddenly brings the first century, when John lived, into the understanding. On the other hand, had John said that the number of the future false prophet will be, then obviously John would have been still pointing to the future false prophet. But John did not say that. He said that the future false prophet's number is, meaning it existed right then and during John's own time, and says it to be the number of a man, again meaning a man who is already known in John's own era. And then John pinpoints exactly which man in the first century he's talking about, saying his number is 666. And at this point to John, there was no mystery at all about 666 being the number of Caesar Nero, since it was common public knowledge in the first century. In fact, 666 being Nero's number is a known proven fact in history, and is easy to confirm at Heisnear.com or in a simple internet search. But the wisdom of verse 18 was clear to the Apostle John about the future false prophet. Number one is that since the coming false prophet had Nero's own number attached and applied to him, then it characterizes the false prophet to be, in my own terms, a modern-day Caesar in the end times. And just like Nero was in the first century, only far more horrific and wicked in the coming Great Tribulation. In fact, Jesus said that unless those days would be cut short, then no life would be saved globally. The second point of wisdom in Revelation 13:18 re-solidifies other Bible scriptures in Revelation and Daniel 9:26, identifying the city of Rome as the origin and spiritual base of the future false prophet, again, just like Caesar Nero of the Roman Empire. In closing, John the Revelator most definitely recognized and understood all of these points I've mentioned here. But today, since we have proven past history as a matter of record, then we can be 100% confident that the future false prophet John was referring to, and who would arise as the greatest religious impostor of Christianity ever, is the papacy of Rome. And with an unprecedented over 1.2 billion pledged followers today, is ready right now to head up the Euro kingdom as foretold. But in the middle of the 7-year tribulation, the papacy will take his friendly mask off and reveal himself as the most horrific global genocidal dictator ever. Revelation chapter 13 verse 12 states this exactly, saying he, the false prophet, will exercise all the authority of the first beast, meaning the final Euro kingdom, and will be unleashed in his role as the wicked end-time modern-day Caesar, just like Nero, whose number was and still is 666.